Yo, everybody. Hello. Yo. I'm eating right now. I'll be done in like a couple minutes. Mm-mm. What was I gonna do? I'm gonna go this way, like around back, and see if I can go. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'll do that. Mm-mm. Cool. Let me do that. Buttons don't really matter there. Alright, let me put my plate away. I'll be back. Alright, suckers. Oh shit, it's me. I'm kind of caked up. Holy shit. Nice. Alright. Let's get it. Anything by the water here? Brat. More of those crabbles. Fucking hate these things. I don't want to fight those. I don't have like a... I don't have a good gun for that. Anything up here? Crabble Rancher. What's up, dog?
Lucy, what am I going to do if something terrible happens to you? I don't suppose you know anything about crabble medicine, do you?
I'm no expert, but I might be able to help somehow. What's the problem?
So, it seems as though the issue ultimately boils down to two words: Purpleberry Crunch.
Also, for anyone who did not watch yesterday when I was playing, my character is it's me. I made them bald and have a beard, but also there was like a background where basically I should be working retail, but I've just kind of been like, for some reason I'm able to do this shit. Like things keep happening to where I keep succeeding in what I'm doing in all of this. And basically my character really shouldn't be doing all this, but they are. So it's just me. And yeah, I think that's amazing. The cereal?
Yeah. I brought a box from that fancy new shop in town, and Lucy... Oh, this is Lucy, by the way. Little Lucy became fully frantic when she smelled it, so I figured it couldn't hurt. The box says they're packed with healthy preservatives, so it's got to be good for you, right? But I guess I was wrong. Now she won't get up. And these Crabbles, they mean the world to us. We raised them from hatchlings, and I'll be broken if Lucy dies because of me.
Okay. I'll help her, but you have to promise you'll never feed her breakfast cereal again.
I promise. I swear it on every precious egg we've got growing in our incubator. Any help you can offer is more than I've been able to do for her so far, and I'd be grateful for the try.
So, if I had the dumb trait, I could feed her more purpleberry crunch. That's funny as fuck. Lucy the Crabble lies on the underside of her shell, makes a feeble attempt to move but doesn't manage to get anywhere, and settles for gurgling weakly instead. Even to an untrained eye, she is obviously very ill. I'm going to use a trauma kit. You're not really an expert on Crabbles or their digestive tracts, but you're willing to give it a try. 3 stomachs? Really? You take a few components out of a trauma kit that you'd normally use to help a human with similar symptoms. Incredibly, after a few seconds, Lucy starts to move around a bit, and you can hear what can only be a gurgle of relief.
She looks fine.
I did it.
I can hardly believe my lamps. Looks like she's feeling much better. And I think she's taken a liking to you. Good luck shaking her off you now. Once they're smitten, they try and stick to you like a canid. Now, I don't have too many bits to pay you with, but this'll unlock that old safe in the house. It wasn't mine to begin with, so you're welcome to anything in it.
Okay. Lucy seems keen on sticking with you. Anytime you move away, Lucy makes sad Crabble noises. You make Lucy a pet or send her to your ship. Yeah, you can be my pet. Lucy clacks with joy and skitters off toward the ship. It seems like a long way for such a small Crabble to go. I'm gonna call them Scrabbles now. But Lucy is nothing if not determined. Hopefully, no one left any purpleberry crunch out. I got a dog. Visit your ship and interact with the pet feeder to select any ship pet you've collected. They'll wander around the area and can be pet for mutual enjoyment. While you can acquire multiple ship pets, only one can be active at a time. Okay. Cool. Alright, you said there was a safe here? Oh, yeah. A revolver, plasma soak, and shore. Alright. Nice. Yippee! Campaign hat. And long rounds. Wait, who sees me? Nobody. Back. All right. Yoink. Terror ray. Oh, kitty, you laying in your bed? That's good. Anything in here? Befuddled fisherman.
No, wait. I don't need refreshment. I'm so refreshed. Yep, that's me. Refreshed like a really refreshed guy.
Yo, sick moves, bro.
Hello. How are you, El? How are you doing tonight? I'm spectacular according to Regulation 1, 2,
Ooh, this
1,
guy.
2. Potato.
Yeah, this guy went for the mental refreshment. Looks like the power is out to your house here. Do you need help?
What I need is potatoes.
That was an impressive bit of nonsense. Are you feeling all right?
I'm just, that sounds correct.
All right, I don't have time for this. Huh. Loyal subjects of the Protectorate. Due to the incursion and subsequent conflicts brought upon Paradise Island by hostile forces, the decision was made to withdraw from this region. Operations from the local substation will cease in 10 days' time. Please note that the building's doors will automatically be disabled in order to deny the building's use to the forces of Auntie's choice. In case there is an emergency that requires access to this domicile, power will need to be restored via the substation. Action should not be undertaken without direct orders from authorized personnel. Okay. Nothing over here. Raptidon spitter. Well, there's a lot of guys over there. I don't want to fuck with them. Maybe I go up this way first. My gun does very little damage against those guys. So... is this the substation? Need a fuse. Ooh, what is that? Need engineering 3. Or a substation repair kit. I have none of those. God dang it. Alright, well, I don't have a lot more choices in where I can go, so I guess through the bugs is really the only thing I've got. Until I level up again. What is this? Maybe I can sneak past the bugs. Anything else in there? Yeah, I don't know about being able to sneak past all these. I'm just thinking it's not going to be able to happen. Yeah, well, alright, I tried.
Let me know when you needed a stretch. ahead.
Bro. Ow.
Promoting a teammate helps.
I'll take care of him, Commander. Everyone hit recharge. Your lot couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter.
Emergency protocols ready.
Okay. You guys are so tanky. Ew. What's this? Ferrochromium. Mysterious cave. Okay, let me get engineering 3 and let me get another point in lockpick. I can get another perk. Movement speed is increased. One greaser. Bribe cost is 50% less. And vendors buy stuff that's stolen for more cash. Pretty good. You can access the restricted inventory of vending machine. We'll do palm greaser. Apply. The Earth Directorate found a flaw in you. Easily distracted. Your skills are erratic, to say the least, but a jack of all trades is oftentimes better than a master of one. You can raise more skills faster, though it'll be harder to ever maximize any particular one. Ooh. In leveling, you can only add skill points into your lowest non-zero skill. For any skill you have no points in already. Huh. No, I need... That would be good for if you literally just want to do...
Looks like some hands-on research gone bad.
Like, leveling into everything, but... That is not what I'm going for here. Malpractice. What does my helmet do? Plus 40% energy recharge rate. That looks really fucking dumb. I love it. The report contains an abundance of scientific jargon the average intrepid wanderer just wouldn't understand. Okay. Various materials and tools are scattered across the table, some of which look like explosive charges. Okay. Got crafting materials. Ew. Trooper Connolly writing. Just want a record to show that me and the boys did not go AWOL. We patrolled the coast as ordered and just happened to find the wreckage of some protectorate outing gone wrong. Couldn't make sense of what they were doing exactly, considering the viscera coating their equipment and whatnot, but figure what's here might be worth salvaging. I did find me a little friend though, a fellow that I've dubbed Chompy. He's a baby Crabble, I reckon. Real cute. Bet with a little house training, he'd make a fine town mascot back in Fairfield. He does shriek something awful at times. The other thing is folk might come a-looking, but I reckon he's just saying howdy in his own way. Uh-oh. This is just an album. Interesting. Okay. What is that sound? More hammer claws. Let me go back over to the place. Also, let me maybe eat some stuff. I've got a knife. It's kind of cool that in third person, when you're able to like see it, your outfit makes noise. Like I got the fucking metal tubes or tube ends flopping around, and they're making noise and shit. Oh my god, why does he have a knife? head on up. Enemy too strong.
This unit beautifully acknowledges your presence.
Alright, cool. This is still sealed, huh? I guess I still need a tank. Oh, I could have come in here. The security grid is built sturdily enough to deter brute force, but a highly skilled person with the right know-how could exploit. Huh. Well. Please don't attack me, janitor bot. Thanks, bro. Corrosive shock machine gun. I mean, how much damage does my current gun do? 30. Revolver does 33. Rate of fire is higher. Quick spot bonus equal. Health multiplier equal. I mean, all right. Yeehaw! Now let's go see if dude's house is all cool now. Maybe I should put this there. How much ammo do I have? Ooh, not a lot. Hey, man.
Loyal subject. Loyal subject.
Okay.
Loyal subject. La la la.
Thick woolly beanie. Plus 5% crit chance and plus 40% crit damage. Ooh. That'd be good. What's there? Advanced decryption key, explosive light revolver, and emergency deflectors. Record of mental refreshment. Patient R. Debin. Reason. Patient was heard asking how Auntie's Choice was able to successfully build a fleet and have a functioning military if capitalism always fails. Result. Full success. Patient is much more docile and loyal, but has developed a minor verbal tic, worth monitoring but not concerning. Refreshment Session 2. Reason. Patient was heard asking why mental refreshment was necessary if the protectorate was truly better. Result: partial success. When asked, the patient fully accepts the necessity of mental refreshment. Note: this took several tries. The patient's thoughts seem scattered. Full recovery expected. Refreshment session 3. Reason: patient was witnessed often drifting off during work periods, resulting in tardy and error-filled tasks. Obviously, this is unacceptable. Results pending. Yeah, so that's what happened to the dude outside. That's real nice. Ooh, barrel shotgun. For little old me. Thank you.
No, wait. I don't need refreshment. I'm so refreshed.
Yeah, I know, man. You're refreshed.
Like, really
Yo, wait. This is actually just me. Hold up. God damn. I can't believe they put me in this game. Generic clothing. Wait, what the fuck? Yeah, I made my character look like me. I kind of like this outfit. That looks nice. Doesn't have much armor, though.
refreshed guy.
Okay, and then there's... Let me sell some stuff. Versapod.
You can't spell heinous ascetic without Auntie's choice.
Hell. I've stood this post so many times I can do it in my sleep.
A lot of fresh blood.
What the fuck is that?
Not sure how I feel about that, except that I hate it.
Auntie's choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away.
Huh. Okay.
Welcome, welcome. How can I improve your day? The aunties, like they say, a bit.
Let me sell some stuff. Yeah. Very good. No. I'm never going to use this, so let me sell this. Do I want... this? I don't think so. No. Keep the shotgun.
Welcome. See anything you like?
No. So I should be able to fix the... can I go down somewhere where I'm not gonna break my legs? What is this? Copernicus. Hello, dog.
Would pulverizing them suffice? No, I couldn't liquefy them. Apply heat and congeal them into kibble no beast could resist. Oh, Ethel, darling, you're a genius. Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may be tame, but he still doesn't take kindly to being startled.
Why don't we start with introductions? I'm Jester.
I am Ethel Tinsley, chimeric scientist. I'm responsible for taming this delightful raptidon here. He will protect our fair town from his feral brethren in the wilds. Theoretically. Officer Carr has been in a state waiting for me to train the raptidons to, maul on command. It's rather pressing, and alas, one scientist turned tamer can only do so much. One might say I'm perhaps a bit on edge. Folk here have grown weary, shall we say, with the war effort. And with avoiding Carr and the minister's would-be fisticuffs.
Oh, I'm well acquainted with Carr and Milver Street's antics.
If you too have spotted the chasm between them, I fear the Protectorate have already pinpointed the way with which to exploit it. I'm unused to the way things are done here, I suppose. The Protectorate leadership never behaved in such a manner.
Freedom of thought comes conflict and uncertainty.
Which I would not mind if the threat of annihilation weren't hanging over us so. I am accustomed to decisive and unanimous action. Not this. And yet, I would much rather stay here, continue my work, and hope my leaders can reach an accord. Challenging though it may be, one wishes to woo Protectorate subjects to our ranks. The other wishes to secure a decisive victory with weaponry and technology. As for which approach is best, I wish I knew.
Minister's in high spirits now that I've agreed to help him.
I see. I hope his spirits may be sustained. I have grown fond of the minister, but I cannot help but wonder if he fully understands how proud the Protectorate are. It takes great courage or desperation to acknowledge the wrongs of one's society, and even more to leave it entirely. He may find that courage to be rarer than he thinks, or perhaps he will manage to prove me wrong with his powers of persuasion yet again. Oh, I would welcome it in this case. Very well.
Tell me more about taming
more on
raptidons.
I work directly with Officer Carr and her soldiers to ensure they're outfitted with the best raptidon counterparts Paradise Island can provide. In theory, they'll be trusted to guard our most precious assets, including our leadership. For now, they deter encroachment from wild raptidons. It's most agreeable.
Does this program require you to give the raps goofy names, too?
Oh, dear. I rather hoped that Copernicus rolled off the tongue a sight better than designation C0P3R. I suppose I'll ensure he responds to both in any case.
I'll be going now. Officially gone from chimeric scientist to raptidon onboarding specialist, but it's not so harsh a change as I feared. These creatures require constant feeding, house training, combat conditioning, and praising in dulcet tones. Yes, but they've also provided me ample opportunity to study their constitution. They've taken well to a salve I developed for wound care, far better than the average human would have. While my previous work may be lost to history, I can't help but wonder. Might this have been used to aid graft recipients? If so, would we perhaps have had more successes than failures? Nova Street has come calling for his subcutaneous injections again. I'll write more on my findings later. First, I want to thank you for always being so kind and such a great list. Been of immense assistance to me in the past few years. I write to you today because I admit I am at a bit of a crossroads. Is it reasonable to be among a society for so long and to feel so separate from it? Try as I might to feel one with Auntie's choice, as if I'm donning a costume. I wish I didn't feel so. Any advice you would have would be much appreciated. Your friend, Ethel. Oh my god. Yeah, I will be taking those.
Keep them coming. I can do this all day.
Nope. Shipyard over here?
Gonna need a bigger storeroom for all these orders. Let me guess. Gun keeps jamming, armor don't quite fit snug as you like. State your division and I'll get you outfitted, quick and proper, or your next provision's free.
Now that you mention it, I could use some new accoutrements.
If you're not with a specific division, I'm supposed to take down a name before offering my wares. I'll just make it up for expediency's sake. All bits spend the same to me. As Chief Replenishment Officer, it's my privileged duty to furnish our brave troops with all of their wartime essentials. You could say I put the ration in liberation. Tell me what you need, and I'll do my ample best to supply you.
Just here to admire the dropships. They're really nice.
Good eye. Oh, I'd say they're better than nice. Got more armor than a Hammerclaw, but better flight handling than the old clunkers we used to stock. If things had turned out differently, might be someone else standing here. While I'd be off piloting one of those beauties.
What's stopping you from pursuing that dream?
Don't have the aptitude for flight, apparently. But this role suits me fine. I like the upward mobility, in the metaphorical business sense, I mean.
With a war on, at least being involved in replenishment means job security.
I like your optimism. That's much of what I tell myself, too. A dream's just a song in the heart, and I'm not getting paid to sing. Business is always good. What do you need this? I'm sure...
Let me see what you got. Charged machine pistol. Reclamation raiment. And defensive plates could be good. Performance review. Employee 55072E. Trooper Clara B. Faulkner. Ability to accomplish responsibilities. Marksmanship scores exceed the standard assessment. I think this is the person who was at the gate. That we just walked by. Regarding patrol attendance, employee has a commendable record with no violations of the standard quota policy. However, An abundance of passion for her position often leads the employee to exhaust herself to the point of performance dips, following a series of unapproved extra shifts. Goal achievements. Decreased trooper injury and death incidences during routine patrols by 15%. Employee earnestly strives to improve productivity and performance targets. However, this is related only to perimeter maintenance and pairs with a willful lack of understanding of the cost to other higher priority initiatives requiring shared resources. Suggested area of improvement. Responds poorly to perceived mockery. Must improve the frequency of following her superior's orders to the letter of the law, not the presumed spirit of it. Should refresh education regarding supply and demand in relation to shifting market urgency. Promotion request denied. Again. Rough.
Go consume like a good consumer.
Okay. Here I go, consuming again.
Targets, not on the ground, recruits.
Trainee Lindell, be so kind as to remind us all what the first rule of the range is.
Guns are weapons, not toys.
And do we aim weapons at colleagues or at our own unprotected upper stories, even in jest? Hint, we do not.
Those targets haven't taken much damage. You sure those guns are even loaded?
I can assure you they are.
But are you really, really sure?
The plan is testing me. Yes, I'm quite certain. Lack of ammunition is not the problem. The soldiers before you are former protectorate subjects, mainly of the farming variety. No knowledge of combat. Scarce experience wielding anything deadlier than a wrench. They're accustomed to being told what to do, when to do it, even how to think. A lifetime of habitual servitude is not broken in a day.
Are you helping the trainees acclimate to their new society?
I'm only responsible for familiarizing them with the weapons they will come to rely on in future. However, having observed them on the range, they fail every hurdle, but keep getting back up. I'd say that speaks to an admirable resilience. Or stupidity. Difficult to say which.
These recruits need to feel inspired. Mind if I have a word with them?
I'm not one to idle in the path of a good faith effort to accelerate education. The faster we can get more soldiers in the field, the better. There's just one problem. I don't know you. So, respectfully, I must ask, what do you feel qualifies you to give instruction to my recruits?
Not to boast, but I can be pretty inspirational.
You do have a certain confidence about you that is presently absent in these recruits. Very well, I'll allow you to speak with them. Don't make me regret this. Attention trainees, guns down. That means you too, Simpson. We have a guest who has a few words to share.
You have something to say to us?
When you hold that gun, remember what you're fighting for.
Wait, I know this one. Low overhead and competitive prices.
Damn straight. Don't you want to make Auntie Cleo proud?
Sure do. Here at Auntie's Choice, we serve Auntie best when we serve ourselves first.
Very good, Lindell. Someone has been reading their welcome materials.
Front to back, sir.
Get out of your head. Just point and shoot. It's easy. We'll make it hard.
And do remember to breathe, especially when you pull the trigger. Tension only makes the hand more unsteady. Now, if Auntie's faith in you is not misplaced, then prove it, trainees! Weapons at the ready! And fire!
Yeah!
Well done, trainees! Well done! It appears your words have had their intended effect. Oh, thank law. The trainees seem quite taken with you, too. As I suspect they would riot if I let you leave without a reward. Please, accept this revolver with Auntie's thanks. Plan willing. I will have
Another
as much success
revolver.
deploying your wisdom with my next batch of recruits.
Ball life, kitty? Corporate hireling. What do we got in here? Light revolver silencer. I do kind of want that. I fear that my gun is not strong enough to really one-shot anything, though. The issue. F it. We're buying it. I don't care. Make a bunch of stuff. Got plenty of mag picks. I've got 12 of those. Bypass shunts I got 5 of. Could make some more shells. Might be good. You know what? Let me make more of those. Kind of want to. Okay, we'll do that. And then inventory. We're gonna switch my hat to the cowboy hat. Hell yeah! I'm bald as fuck. Wish I had better armor. I mean, this is just better. Okay. And then I can let me put that on. Alright. Very nice. Got anything in here? You're just gonna let me steal that, huh? Mighty kind of you. Ooh, replenishment terminal keycard. Let me go talk to Faulkner over here.
That's the third drone in as many days. Where are the void damn things coming from?
You alright? Could have been killed.
Not likely. I've been keeping my lamps open for these things ever since they started attacking. But thanks for the concern all the same. Of course, we could have staunched the flow of drones by now if Officer Carr dispatched another patrol, as I requested. But no such luck.
Ah, right. Brer Erickson told me what happened to him.
That was a nasty one. Drone downed him on the reload. I do hope he's on the mend now. Erickson's a fine fellow, if a rather poor shot.
He'll live, which is more than he could say if you hadn't saved his skin.
He told you about that? That blasted, well-meaning gas bag. Now I gotta ask him to strike my involvement from his report to Officer Carr. You see, I, wasn't exactly authorized to be shoring up other patrols on the perimeter. In fact, I might have been specifically ordered not to leave this spot.
Hey, your secret's safe with me.
Thanks. Well, at least some people in this unit still understand the concept of discretion. And taking initiative. Trouble is, it's only a matter of time before these Protectorate drones break through and do some real damage to Fairfield. If you're keen on lending a hand, Bounty Terminal's just left of the constabulary. Carr doesn't trust me with that kind of work anymore. Not after my last performance review. So I guess we're trusting in degenerate bounty hunters now.
Found this in the mobile command center.
Merciful law, is this? Tell me you did not steal my performance review, soldier. We could be court-martialed for even looking. No, I am not gonna look. I'll wait for the reviews to be distributed along the proper channels, and... Oh, hell. This is worse than the last one. Promotion denied? No, this has to be a mistake. How can Officer Carr claim I don't understand supply and demand regarding shifting market urgency? That's unfair.
Lowered injury and death incidents by 15%. That has to count for something.
And that lowered our burial fees. Carr clearly doesn't understand my value, but you do. Well, the next review period's right around the corner. Suppose it's never too late to tidy up my reputation. Take this for your trouble. While I learn my lesson, you might as well profit off my shortcomings.
How are things?
Between the constant assault of real shame.
Good talk. So I put 4 shells into the rebarrel shotgun. That can only go well.
Are you breathing? Say something!
Wasn't the fall that killed him. It was the sudden stop at the end.
Oh, law. I can't believe he jumped that way.
Sir, I know this isn't the time, but are they gonna put us to the gallows for this?
What? No. That ain't how we operate in Auntie's Choice, Liza. We might be looking at a pretty fierce demotion for losing half our workforce and getting stuck up here, though.
Demotion to fertilizer?
No. Now cease your jawing. This ain't the time. Hey, you! You down there! Would you mind checking on our fellow? Might he have survived the fall?
Yeah, I don't think so. Why would anyone attempt to jump like that in the first place?
He thought those boots would make him fly, but they really just allow the user to jump repeatedly. Unless their downward velocity is too great. If so, well, you see what happens.
This is Jackson. Too bad. His business partner in Fairfield's going to be very upset.
Not nearly as upset as we are. We've been stuck atop this machine since Ida, one of our new Protectorate acquisitions, had her gray matter scrambled by the height, jumped down, and landed right in its gears.
Scrambled her brain. You're not that high up.
I can't fathom no sensible motive. She joined us shortly after Auntie liberated her with the freedom of meritocracy, and she seemed happy enough.
Were you not listening? She said she'd always be a loyal subject. It was part of the endless inculcation we endured in the Protectorate. It can prove insurmountable for some.
The notion that she'd sacrifice herself, even after seeing the vast possibilities in staying alive and climbing the corporate ladder, it's just impossible to cognize.
If I were you, I'd be much more concerned with how you're climbing down.
There ain't no way off this platform besides jumping. You've seen how that ends. But you being down there makes you uniquely qualified to help us. The reason Jackson tried using those plasma thruster boots was to gather a piece of machinery we'd spotted on a little table halfway up the spire.
It's a drive overloader. If we install it, we can push the platform's arm hard enough to... well, to grind old Ida out of the gears.
Though the power of that overloader will deluge the system and, well, overload the drive and burn it out all permanent-like. But desperate times and all that.
So if you were to use them boots to bound up the spire and deliver the overloader to us, we'd avoid the tragic fate of our two former cohorts.
So, take the boots, bounce up the spire, grab the gadget, and bring it to you.
Exactly!
If it's on the spire, why did Jackson jump into midair on this side?
Because he had no idea how science works and thought the word thrusters meant he could fly. So, when I told him to jump, he opted for open air instead of where I told him to go. They're experimental. We've not laid eyes on them before, but the data we found with them says they were actually designed to let people hop their way up the spire. If you activate the plasma thrusters when you're already airbound, they could give you a fair bit of extra boost. It should let you turn a quick hop into a surprisingly grand vault.
Alright, I'm on it.
Thank the Sovereign. Thank you, stranger. We are eagerly anticipating a long life utterly absent of starvation.
Right. Amongst the various crops the Sovereign has discovered in Eden, few have had as sweet an impact on the Protectorate as these densely fibrous, exorbitantly oily, stupefyingly acidic kernel clusters. Originally dubbed sulfur seeds after their dreadful, abominably obnoxious effects were responsible for several grisly and, dare I say, grotesquely messy deaths in the early days of the colony. Their name was revised upon the discovery of their myriad textile uses, and their value to the Protectorate was devised. The fibers that can be ground into solvent-resistant adhesive tar, juice that requires minimal processing to become highly indelible ink, and a naturally occurring pH of near 0. The potential uses for sweet berries are still being discovered. The next evolution of this research should focus on uses for the highly viscous lubricant that literally drips from each berry and its potential as a non-absorbent gastrointestinal unguent. Yeah. Ooh, triplet. They allow you to... Okay, so it's a double jump. Cool. Oh shit. Okay, so they are very directional. Okay. That is good to know. So if you are pressing a direction, they will boost you in that direction. Prune vines. These lush, thick vines are clearly being cultivated for their utility, but you lack the knowledge to make use of them.
Rotabulum. They're found in bandages and burn tinctures. If you don't have that drive overloader, ascending may be a waste.
That's it? It was that easy?
Okay. Plug this baby back in. Yeah. Alright.
You're really something else, strange.
Oh, thank the law. I never thought of myself as a vertiginous sort, but being trapped 100 meters in the air will make you reconsider.
I mirror that sentiment, to be certain. In fact, Auntie will have to pay me triple if heights are to be involved. And isn't it grand to be in a system that allows me that freedom?
Keep from getting trapped on any other harvesters, will you?
I agree with Liza. I'm inclined to keep a few paces from farming equipment from now on. Here's your reward for evacuating us with all our parts intact. I perhaps ain't as awash in currency as I'd prefer, so you can have my helmet as well. It was useful for identifying crops we'd missed in our harvest. But to be honest, I'd like a little distance from plants for a spell.
Binocular target finder. Plus 10% weak spot damage. Grants additional weak spot damage relative to how far away the target is. Further distances will grant a larger bonus, but damage falloff is still applicable. Damage bonus maxes out at plus 30% at 100 meters. Cool. When Auntie and her scrub muckers invaded, most loyal subjects gathered rifles and garrisoned Eden, as though steadfast spines and devoted hearts were a match for military proficiency and prowess. It was inspiring, but ultimately futile. I aimed to make my end worthy of the faith of the sovereigns placed in me. The 3 human husks found atop the nearby picker platform represent my fullest levy to the effort. I've played a role as I plotted, earning the trust of the corporatists and turncoats until I was sure my sacrifice would account for them all. Just as the stand reaches its apex, I will toss myself into the primary drive spur and bind the pinions with the very fiber of my ever-devoted being. Hopefully my laugh will echo in their corrupt, capitalistic skulls as they parch and starve atop the platform. Die in wasting agony, you mercenary vermin. Yep. Gotcha. So, sorry. So can I can fast travel back up here? Yeah. Cool. Cool. Let's go back down to Farfield.
Sometimes I get the feeling we're not welcome here. Like the Protectorate folks resent us liberating them.
Do you ever find yourself with too much disposable income?
I've been gone a while. How'd it go? Tell me you got good news.
I got the schematics, but your business partner, I'm afraid he didn't make it.
Why, that's terrible. But you said you have the schematics? I'll take those. What? Sovereign's finest potato corollary peeler? This was supposed to be a guaranteed bestseller. Who in their right mind would... Jackson, you idiot! Ah! It's a good thing he's dead, because if he wasn't, I'd kill him! There's no... God damn it! I'm never getting that promotion.
Well, you were all marketing geniuses who could sell anything. Good chance to prove it.
This was supposed to be my easy path to a promotion. Must be something I can do to salvage this. Tell me, did you come across any other advanced Protectorate technology while you were there? Anything more, well, easily marketable?
What about these personal plasma thrusters? Guess they're an old Protectorate technology.
Personal thrusters? No one would ever want such preposterous things. I'd be laughed out of recreant reclamation. Imagine, jumping about like a sprog. Ridiculous. Well, here's all I can spare in regards to your compensation. Try not to spend it all in one place. It's supposed to be categorically bad for commerce. In the unlikely event things somehow pan out and I get that big promotion, I'll see you're taken care of. Until then, take care.
All right. Okay, let's fast travel back up to here. Let's go destroy the drones of doom. These landmines? Ooh, yes they are. Okay. Shock soak. What was this supposed to be, like a obstacle course?
Executive skill building continues. Well, at least for me. Can't speak for my inept colleagues. Today's task, leverage teamwork and leadership to navigate a risky landscape blindfolded.
Which you apparently interpreted as just shout at everyone.
It's called delegating. At least I participated, Cobb.
I told you. I got a bad scrumpox flare-up.
Of course, I served as leader of this activity. Thankless job. Cohorts tripping all over. Sprains, blunt force trauma. Not my fault these Tanglefoots can't follow directions.
Stillwell and Lumberg blew up.
Duly noted for the log. Quite the oversight from management to set this exercise in an uncharted minefield. Someone will catch hell when I'm an important VP. Soon enough.
Let me check this out real quick. God, I think I saw more landmines down here. Oh, that wasn't a landmine. That's just a pile of poop. Okay, never mind.
Emergency protocols ready.
Oh God.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Alright. Well, that machine gun that I have does pretty decent damage. Gonna run out of ammo with that pretty fast, though. Crabbing tower. Let me eat some food. Just drank 8 bottles of soda. Feeling much better now. You spy a pair of human legs coming from the Crabble's mouth parts. It looks like the Crabble got a bit greedy and choked to death. Nice. I saw it. Claws as wide as a fishing trawler, eyes no smaller than my head, a back as broad as the roof of a house, and white as bleached bone. I tried to run and grab Claire so she could see it, but fear pinned my feet. Worse, it being long gone by the time I got to her. She insisted it was nothing but the vodka that was heavy on my breath. But I saw what I saw, and I'm more than passing sure that it disappeared into a cave to the south. Tomorrow, when I think the bugger will be asleep, I'm heading down to find it. Best case, I bag the biggest crabble ever seen. Worst case, I get evidence that I'm not just some raving drunk. By the way, the name Patris Cade Benton is about to be famous. Yeah, I'm sure that will only go well. It's in a cave to the south. Okay, I'll have to remember this place when I get lockpicking 3. I'll try and get that next level. There's just so many skills that I want. I think I'm going to try to get lockpicking 3, and I should probably get hacking, but I do want speech. Oh shit. Run, everybody. Run. There are a lot of these guys. Goddamn.
Confronting threat.
Gotta wait for the gas to go away. Yeah, it's just gonna stand there, huh? Not even gonna try to stand out of the way. Alright. I do want to try... Oh, fuck. Oh, no. I was gonna say, I wanted to try to hack or like sneak up on one of these guys to see if I could do anything, but I got some perk that like lets me hack them or something. I forget. Okay. A little spooky. Oh, I could literally just disable the noise. My bad. We established a temporary base of operations as close to Fairfield as we deemed possible without risking detection. We then began directing small clusters of drones to harass the enemy at random intervals. None of these could be considered major incursions, but we unquestionably garnered the ire of Auntie's Choice's forces there. Note, mind that you handle them with great care as they've been tuned for heightened hostility in accordance with their current task. An unintentional drop or fast movement could set them off. Okay. Nice. Alright. We did that. What is this?
Oh, what's this? Non-protectorate personnel just sauntering up onto my porch, free as they please. Admit I'm accustomed to a higher standard of precaution. State your purpose, outsider, or exit yon way you came.
Redacted Quesnel? I've found something with your name on it. Is this yours?
Ah, I see you've discovered some of my misappropriated materials. Careful labeling proves prudent and useful yet again. Here, for your effort. A full set of Science Adventures Quarterly was stolen from me and sold to various unknown parties across the island. Since you've already proven adept at their repossession, I would put it to you to locate the rest. In exchange, I will provide you with rarities and bits.
Sound kind of valuable. What precisely are they?
A form of manipulatory ideation disguised as popular entertainment, intended to sway the audience to their point of view, couched within just a crackingly exciting narrative. Specifically, an Earth Directorate periodical featuring beloved fictional characters Commander Zane and Buddy. An effective mental conditioning device. And right thrilling.
You tell me, why are you so interested?
Why, to reclaim lost Protectorate property, first and foremost.
I'm noticing a distinct personal interest here.
The line represented a growth of the medium, from the less sophisticated 2-bit dreadful, both in style and effectiveness. Its remarkable popularity not only mirrored a rise in public sentiment against greedy corporations and tyrannical governments across colonies. The brief window surrounding the volume's release saw a marked increase in skip drone requests for Earth Directorate aid. I believe there remains much to learn from them.
Got it. Men.
Ah, quite right. In fact, delightful. I am pleased you are on the case, as it were. So very Zane and Buddy. Return again when you have another 4 volumes, and I will trade them for more valuable oddities. Stay true, outsider.
Yep. I like that they don't mind when I'm in their house. They're just like, yeah, cool. Go ahead and go in there. Why not? Then I yoink all their shit. Makes me happy. Dearest friends and esteemed companions, as of late it has come to my attention that I actually do not enjoy the act, nor the daily drudgery, of farming. Upon this realization, I had initially considered submitting myself for refreshment, but in a wondrous bit of serendipity, I quite literally bumped into a delightful fellow from Auntie's Choice. He convinced me to discard that foolish notion and helped me discover a new path forward for myself in the form of employment with the fine folk of Auntie's Choice. Several years ago, I would have balked at the very thought of leaving the Protectorate, but today I see joining Auntie's as the freedom and breath of fresh air which I never realized I so dearly desired. Liberation, self-determination, and a free market. These are things which my heart yearns for. I don't doubt that with my sharp mind and strong work ethic, I'll become a top executive in no time at all. And to every subject of the Protectorate who reads this, I encourage you to do the same. Auntie's Choice is always hiring. Remember, with a Protectorate, you're only surviving, but with Auntie's Choice, you'll be thriving. Regards, William Taberson. Aha. Why can I not turn VSync on? Interesting. Ah, I see. Much better. I was like, man, I know there's some screen tearing happening. Yeah, I can tell. Pissing me off. We got it. Good.
Sequencing attack strategies.
Alright, well those things are a pain in the ass.
Looking low on ammo there, Commander. I could help you whip something up.
No, it's all good, man. I don't need any of your ammo.
Seems nowhere on Paradise Island's going untouched by this war.
Neutralizing unfriendlies.
The beasts in the world are a little harder to kill than everything else. Prism repeating rifle. Door is barred shut. Moore made what he likely thought was a joke in the barracks. During this refrain, he slyly referenced a document that as yet remained uncensored on his terminal. Whether this lapse was caused by sheer hubris or the subconscious seed of antisocial behavior is unknown. Nevertheless, it is a clear violation of the trust placed upon him by the consul. Recommend mental refreshment, followed by transfer to another division. Johnson spoke in his sleep last night, words that sounded vaguely of his duties within the ministry. This may show a proclivity towards either unwitting disclosure or deep-rooted discontentment. Recommend mental refreshment. Adams confessed that he's having trouble sleeping because he can't stop thinking about being watched through the newly installed two-way glass. Undoubtedly, this is a sign of a guilty conscience. Recommend mental refreshment.
I'll take fighting raps over living in a surveillance state any day of the week.
Engaging hostile enemies.
Looking a few courts low, Commander.
Peacekeeper armor. Plated bandolier uniform. Okay. Let me eat some stuff.
Ain't as tough as you thought. Hey you! Get over here before you get yourself killed.
Oh, me?
No, you ain't got what I need. And you can't come stumbling around here looking like prey. These raps ain't had a bite to eat since their pods dropped from the look of it. And a desperate rapt is a dangerous rapt.
Overstreet sent me. I'm here to find a report and send a Trooper Silang back to town.
Yeah? Well, I'm Trooper Silong. Inez, former combat medic, Enhanced Soldier Division. Now just a menial troubleshooter who looks to have gotten her job swept out from under her. They're always counting me out. Every single one of them. And now, they ain't even letting me finish the jobs they send me on. Kinda making it hard to prove myself here. And this rep didn't even have anything that could help my graft. This whole thing's a wash. Sick of it.
Sorry, wasn't trying to steal your job. Overstreet offered and I accepted.
I know, I ain't blaming you. That's part of climbing the ladder. Ain't but one rung at the bottom, and everyone's keen to get a foothold. Can't exactly afford to be picky about the jobs that come my way neither. Considering my condition, options are limited.
I don't know why that would be. Clearly handle yourself.
Well, the only people who believe that are in this room right now, including that dead rapt, I reckon. I'm considered a liability. My graph's all wrong. Most everyone else who got one passed or became permanently incapacitated. So they shuttered the program. It was a total failure. Everyone in Fairfield reckons my time will come soon too. But I'm still mostly upright. For now.
Now you're looking for a chance to prove them wrong. That about right?
I just know I can do more for Auntie and for the war. It's just this damn contract. Unless I can amend it so I might fix my graft, proving myself ain't happening anytime soon. Weren't many of us grafted soldiers to begin with. To think I'm one of the lucky ones.
You mentioned an Enhanced Soldier Division. Couldn't they help you out?
No. Enhanced Soldier Division was the fancy public-facing name for the grafting program. And when I say it was shuttered, I mean completely fucking demolished. Bet they'd erase it from the financial records if they could. It was that much of an embarrassment. In the wake of such a failure, it's left us grafted folks with no support. I only been able to treat my own ailments thanks to Doc Tinsley in Fairfield. She worked for the program for a time. She's a good one.
You could try kissing the graft to make it better. Have you asked her for help?
She's bound by contract to work on whatever task Fairfield's illustrious leader set her to, nothing else. But she also ain't quite got the hang of the employment thing.
Surely a contract can't stop you from looking after your health.
You looked at the fine print of an employment contract lately? It says any action taken by a worker that could result in impeded work must be approved by the contract holder. Not only would trying to fix my graft impede my work, but it's also financially unviable, unproven, a risky investment. So I'm stuck with a limb that's slowly poisoning me. Could pursue fixing it myself were I out of my contract, but if I attempted to end it, I'd have to waive all employment rights for the next year. That's a non-starter.
Trapped by plenty of awful contracts in my time. It's not so bad going independent.
All right. Suppose if you've been in my position and managed to do well for yourself, could be an option worth keeping on the table, if all else fails.
I hope things work out for you. Maybe I'll see you around.
Get the feeling you will. Anyhow, think I'll return to Fairfield to have a little chat with Milver Street. Good luck in there. Mind the wraps.
Okay.
Just me, or did Inez remind you of Helen? Tough like her. Shame she's with Auntie's choice.
Wait, did it change my settings? Oh, yeah, it did. Interesting.
Commencing combat-related activities.
Right. Let me put my knife back on. Got him. It's barred shut, because of course it is.
Sequencing attack strategies.
Following retreat from Fairfield, 3 dead, 6 missing, 1 wounded, 10 active. Unit cohesion broken, morale low. Spied 2 sentinels wrestling with my automechs last night. On their leave, I found a new data recorder hidden beneath the main sensor lens. I'm perplexed as to their intentions. They must know I would have found the recorder eventually. What's more, they're sentinels. They could simply request the primary data device if they had a mind to. I should likely say nothing, but if something goes wrong with that automech, I'm afraid I'd be afraid to have its abnormality credited to me. A wise man fears anything that would label him unfaithful, and historically I would apply that moniker to Alphonse Scholes. But it now seems he fears nothing, for he has recently spoken out in an outrageous and unseemly manner. It matters not what occupation your youth prepared you for, the Sovereign sees your best course for the whole of the Protectorate. It matters not if you find the work distasteful or tedious or difficult. You do it with pride for the sake of the Protectorate. You do not tell the 24 children you are teaching that you've been demoted to a glorified sprat wrangler. Matriarch, help us. Oh shit. Not think there would be a second one. Raptidons are encroaching on Fairfield's borders and hunting its citizens for sport. Our resources are spread thin, and what firepower we possess has not risen to the standard of suppressing this terrible scourge. Currently, we do not have a plan for their eradication, as all of the planners have been viciously consumed, their bones picked clean and blood staining the soil of these hostile lands. Emphasize that the monsters wreaking havoc across this prosperous land are confirmed to have been unleashed by Auntie's choice. Remind the people who is responsible, and assure them that the Sovereign will quickly gain control of the situation. Let it also be known that the metal pods littering the plains are likely vessels for Raptidon delivery. Steer clear if any of these are spotted. A group of researchers known internally as Crabble enthusiasts vanished while in pursuit of the fabled skeleton crabble on the coasts of Paradise Island. Their families fear the worst. If the legends of the skeleton crabble are to be believed, they died in a most gruesome and painful fashion, their final breaths wasted on dishonorable shrieks of agony, pleading for help that never came. Please do not speculate on the fate of the missing researchers. Our remaining scientists must remain focused and untroubled by the wayward actions of their fellows. Of their fellows. We also do not wish to encourage fables or cryptozoology, which will only stoke interest rather than avoidance. Any discussion of the Order of the Ascendant is to be altered to verbosely acknowledge that it is to be opposed by the Protectorate at every turn. Any text, data, or intelligence that shows indifference, or worse, potentially praising the Order is to be corrected, and its author, or authors, is to be immediately remanded to mental refreshment. Those subjects lost in the tragic natural disaster that envelops Horizon Point, including the very family members of the Sovereign, are to be celebrated as heroes of the Protectorate. They died while embracing their highest calling in service to the Sovereign, and he has personally mourned their loss. Any discussion of causes outside of natural disasters or foreign actors being involved are to be scrubbed and their authors are to be reported for mental refreshment. Any discussion or analysis indicating that the war with Auntie's choice is escalating, or that the Protectorate is losing ground, is to be replaced with assurances that the war continues to go well and that the Sovereign will soon dismantle Auntie's petty machinations and feeble aggressions.
Ready to wait. On your command.
The Earth Directorate found a flaw in you. Overprepared. Missing only a shot or two? Doesn't matter. You've already reloaded. If you ever let a weapon run out of ammo, you'll deal less damage for a short time. But all of your guns now hold more ammo. Oh. I kind of like that, actually. Because I'm reloading all the goddamn time, dude. The Earth Directorate found a flaw in you. Flawed. Life hasn't been easy for you, but you've learned to power through any of your disadvantages and come out better for it. Warning. This flaw drastically changes the experience, and it is not recommended for your first playthrough. Warning, once selected, flaws cannot be removed. Effects. Flaws must be accepted, but you gain an extra perk point every 5 levels. Huh. Okay, well, we won't do that, just because it doesn't recommend we do it for a first playthrough.
Great. First in the walls, and now the ceilings.
It is a little funny, though, that my 3-barrel shotgun now holds 5 shells. We don't ask questions here. We just accept them.
Would be of interest to Minister Milverstreet.
Administrator's reports. Our console has breathed new life into the much-lauded mental refreshment program, graduating hundreds of subjects in record time. Now, even the most extreme cases may be rehabilitated and invited back into the fold, their perspective less complicated and more loyal. Once again, tried and true methods win out over needless research and development. The console knows what's best for the Protectorate, and nothing's better than mental refreshment. When your troubled friends and neighbors stray from the bosom of the Protectorate, remember that mental refreshment is the best way back to basics. And once you're there, relearning basic skills will be as simple as second nature. Claims of the Sovereign's leniency are utterly unfounded, regardless of whom the source of the rumor may be, warden, arbiter, or vigilant. It falls upon every sentinel to ignore claims of clemency and ensure that subjects receive the harshest punishments possible for derelictions of the paradigm. I expect all administrators to observe their wards even more thoroughly from this moment on. We have discovered evidence that there may still be Order of the Ascended believers living amongst our subjects. Maintain special vigilance over any subjects observed doing complex math equations. As per previous decrees, report any suspicious behavior to the Sentinels. The Order's continued hostility, combined with their apparent involvement in Nantes' invasion, puts the Protectorate in a position where we must quell submersive information about the Order with haste. Double your efforts to sanitize information that runs contrary to Protectorate teachings. Such information is to be replaced with a litany of previously circulated, but token anti-Order information generated by the Office of the Consul. Any subjects found making pro-Order statements must be reported at once to the Sentinels. Yippee. Check out what that is.
Back again. I'm like, if you're that new salesperson, don't bother. Whoever was here packed up, and I just came out here to take boxes on the River Streets list.
This? Huh? Someone who's using this bench to assemble trauma kits. They've left enough supplies behind for someone with a know-how to assemble another kit. Using the last of the leftover materials along with your knowledge of medicine, you create one last trauma kit. Nice. What is this? Okay, so not gonna be going in here. Not yet, anyways.
Unusual levels of Zeranium detected ahead. Caution is advised.
Alright. Well, we're not going in there. Let's go to the crabbing tower. Nice. Back to town. We'll stop by the shop to sell some stuff.
Auntie's Choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away.
I've been bartering with the second. Traded one force rocket for a whole tin of prestige force flow. Straight up.
Every time I think I'm having a bad day, I just tell myself, wait till tomorrow. It'll probably be worse.
Welcome, welcome. See, how can I improve your day? Like they say.
Sell all junk. Got a pretty good amount of money now.
Welcome, welcome. See anything you like?
Let me see if I can make stuff. Go and buy. Make some more shells. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Forgot that I can break stuff down. Large slab of meat. I can break that down. Huh. Oh. So if you break something down that has mods on it, you're able to craft that mod. I think. If so, that's pretty cool.
I don't much appreciate you undermining my work, Minister. When have I ever not made a go of a job for you, huh? Is it so damn hard to extend a mind of trust?
Calm down. You know well would not have been necessary had you completed your task in a timely manner.
I'll calm down when you stop bringing your little excuses. How about that?
Mine? Mice. Bear Trooper Sealong no mind. The individuality encouraged by Auntie's choice sometimes inspires employees to speak out of turn. How has your progress been? Have you acquired what we discussed?
The secrets of mental refreshment at your fingertips.
Excellent! At least that someone in my employ can be relied upon. Here, have one of my finest suits as a token of thanks. May it aid in your capture of hearts and minds.
Again, you gave away my job and told my replacement to send me home. That don't make me wayward, and it sure as shit don't make me unreliable. If this contract weren't staying my hand, I reckon you'd be answering to it right about now.
Minister, let Inez fix her graft. Then you won't doubt her efficacy ever again.
You mean grant preferential treatment to a subpar contractor? And I suppose the bits for such a procedure shall simply manifest from the ether?
And if I die or leave, how do you reckon failure to retain an enhanced soldier would look to upper management, huh?
Please pay this disgruntled employee no mind. What would she do without Auntie's hand to guide her if she were unemployed? I should think death the preferable alternative.
That's it. I'd rather be a down-and-outer for the rest of my life than crushed under your counterfeit leather boa boot a second longer. I quit!
Never quit a contract without readying another. Then again, I did that all the time.
Are you mad? Has everyone around me gone mad? This is unheard of, and I might add, you'll not be welcome with an Auntie's choice once more. We'll not take a contract shirker back into our fold.
So you say, but Auntie's choice ain't seen a trooper like me before. You'll regret counting me out. Till then, I hope you choke on your mock apple martinis. And you, I got a proposition for you. Come find me when you're done with this clown.
She will most assuredly regret her decision. Most assuredly. But I suppose that is no longer my concern. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. The acquisition of this information is but the first part of my plan to bring our foes into the fold and to ensure my future. The second is my operation in Westport.
You said you'd get me into the Vox. Are you stringing me along?
Worry not. The culmination of my plan will bring me the tools to aid you in your endeavor to enter the Vox station. Westport is a shell of the bustling town it was prior to the invasion, though a handful of Protectorate Yeasayers still cling to it. My plan requires their conversion.
Skip the preamble. What do you need?
Verily. On to business. I've a kit of supplies to aid you, items to cajole or to dissuade. Sabotage the town or sway the citizenry. The choice is yours. Should pose no trouble for a go-getter like you.
Thought you were the marketing specialist. Or is that hat just for show?
Shh, not so loud. The hat can tell when you're questioning it. The people of Westport don't trust me. How can they? I am the enemy. I am the invader. I cannot help these people achieve salvation until I know what it is they yearn for. You are a third party. You're presumably trustworthy. I need you to act on my behalf.
Pretty convenient how helping them achieve salvation also directly fits your goal.
I say if the situation is serendipitous, so much the better.
Even a go-getter like me needs advice from time to time. Got any?
Perhaps. The kit contains a wide variety of tools, propaganda, equipment, and more than a few confectionaries. Some items may serve as honey, swaying the naysayers to our side. Others are blunt implements, crippling infrastructure to force the refugees toward Fairfield. Slather on a bit of elbow grease and you'll certainly succeed. I'm sure there are kindred spirits in Westport. No one wholly resists Auntie.
Why is converting Westport's subjects so important?
Westport represents a challenge. The challenge presented by the majority of the Protectorate. Fairfield citizenry were given ample incentive to fold, for they could see the freedom we offer firsthand. But the people of Westport are stubborn enough to risk death for their ideals and cannot be swayed by the lights of Fairfield. If I can convert them, I can convert anyone.
All right.
Excellent. Here's the kit. Advertisement tapes, ambidextrine, assorted stimulants, free samples of Purple Berry Crunch, everything you need to wage war on the undecided mind. With that, I shall mark the locale. Begin with the vigilant Hogarth. Motivate him to depart, and his subjects will trot in file behind him, woolly cow-like. Now, I'm sure you've asked yourself, for a task so involved, shall the reward be worthwhile? Well, wonder no longer. For the completion of this deed, I'm prepared to offer you an exact replica of my one-of-a-kind, limited production, gentle person's Oxonian.
Worry about getting me into the Vox.
Then consider yourself officially deputized in the war to further innovation and the free market. Be forewarned. I can only guess at the needs of the denizens of Westport. You must engage with them, gauge their situation. Only then can you motivate them adequately.
I was expecting, you know, guns.
Do I look like Officer Carr to you? Guns.
Don't come crying to me if all the refugees are killed by raptidons on the way here. Bye. Yeah. Where?
All done in there?
Yeah.
Was
Hey.
hoping we could chat.
What's up?
Hope that little dust up back there didn't put you off. My contract had me caged, and I was glad to get a few licks in during the jailbreak. Got a proposition. Since I'm newly free-ranged, and you're free-ranged yourself, thinking we ought to team up. You're going places. I want to go too. If you help me fix my graft, you'll retain the services of a fully functioning enhanced soldier. Me. Don't matter what you set your mind to, together we'll be unstoppable. And in time, maybe I'll have earned myself the clout to be welcomed back in Auntie's Choice.
Why in the void would you want to go back to Auntie's Choice?
I can be on my own for a time, but I'd rather it not be permanent. Besides, where else can I turn from nothing to something?
Hang on, didn't you just leave because they refused to let you get your treatment?
I did, but I can't expect someone else to foot the bill if there's no guaranteed treatment will work. So I'll take on the risk myself. A go-getter attitude's always rewarded. I get it. You're skeptical. If you got more questions, go on and ask them. You'll not find me hiding anything in the fine print.
Yeah.
Had a feeling you knew a good offer when you seen it. Once I'm in top form, you'll be pleasantly surprised to see what I'm capable of. Just gotta find out how to get there first. Doc Tinsley worked with Grafts for some time before she came to Fairfield. Damn fine scientist. Reckon we should visit her lab at the edge of town to see if she's got ideas for us.
This much of a crowd's not likely to keep a low profile. Someone ought to head back to mind the ship.
Yeah, Val, go back to the ship.
Acknowledged.
After you.
Hello again. Was there something you... Oh, Inez! You look, well, like you could use an ice bath and a cup of newly formulated trip teas. Has something happened?
Something has, all right. I ended my contract effective immediately. Now I'm free to prove myself to everyone in Auntie's Choice. My way.
Well, that's wonderful news. Or is it? I admit I'm still trying to work through what contracts mean hereabouts. But you do appear to be pleased, so I shall be pleased for you.
It's good news. Inez is now free to fix her graft. She says you can help.
Ah, that is not common knowledge in this town. But since Inez appears to trust you, I suppose I can do the same. Before I began my new illustrious career working with our tame, scaly friends here, I was a researcher in the Enhanced Soldier Division. Oh, I was on the verge of breakthrough when they shut us down. Oh, when I think of the lives I could have reached. But in my current role, I do try to help where I can.
Where my own first aid training can't reach, Doc's got me covered. The graft knocked me on my ass for weeks when I first got it. But she nursed me back to health.
Would if I could have done more.
I can see why Inez trusts you. I don't think anyone else in Annie's Choice gives a damn.
Despite your insinuation, there are plenty of good folk around here. But perhaps not many with Doc's particular skill set.
I understand your reservation, but I do care deeply for all my patients. Inez has attested to it. And so can Copernicus here, when he is freshly fed. Where was I? Right. I have a lead, Inez. I've identified 2 viable beasts on this island that you may be compatible with. Though it may not be easy to acquire the suitable specimens. The first candidate is the skeleton crabble. It has a rare form of albinism and was last spotted on the western coast by Protectorate scientists, who unfortunately went missing.
Yep.
I happened upon an old report of theirs along with a code used to operate their machinery. If their fate is what I suspect, the code may be of use to you.
I heard rumors of the creature myself. Our skeleton sounds a good bit larger than the average crabble. Meaner and smarter, too.
Second candidate?
The second candidate is a Raptidon matriarch, the only one of her kind on the island as I understand it. She was last spotted in the crags near the Vox Relay.
Deep in Protectorate territory. This matriarch sure ain't making it easy for us. She'll be more aggressive and more cunning than her smaller kin.
Any ideas for how to kill this matriarch?
When you breach the matriarch's lair, you must rouse her from hibernation. I found pheromones to be quite effective. Inez, I'm certain you know a formula that may suffice.
That I do.
Excellent. It'll be a rather unpleasant wake-up call for the matriarch, so she'll be upon you in moments. I suggest your armaments be at the ready. Then the grafting part is yours.
Kill the creatures, chop off the parts. Seems straightforward enough.
Yes, though I would recommend a careful surgical removal of the specimens, please. Now, when you acquire one or both of these parts, return here straight away, and we can begin surgery. Law guide you both out there.
Thanks. Take help from any and every higher power at this point. Actually, you know what? Let's go hunting, Inez. Go over here and do this.
What do you mean you're leaving?
Shift's over. I have a life outside this place, you know.
A life outside our lab? No. Audacious advances requires commitment. Absolute commitment. Commencing elimination.
Oh, shit.
Hello? Hello? Ain't nothing there.
Enemy approximating in our vicinity, Command.
and everything have to be so damn irritating.
Hell yeah, I am. Jesus Christ.
Lay low, Commander.
Not getting up with that.
These guys hurt. Real bad. They see me? What?
Will you have my back? Investigating. Ain't nothing there.
God damn it.
My annoyance is palpable.
Liquidate him.
Conduct of hunkering down.
You're looking pretty scathed, Commander.
Look who's back. I'm the
Yeah, these guys are really strong.
ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. Quicken now. I'm here. Investigating.
investigating.
Alright, let's go loot some corpses. Anyone else over here? There's one person. There. It sucks that I can't.
Lab tech was trying to retrieve something from that terminal. Almost made it too. Damn. No good deed, I suppose.
Kind of sucks that I can't like sneak attack with the knife, because like if I could do that and then just pull out my shotgun real quick, that'd be really good. I, your humble product envisioner, want to thank every single one among you today. When we first arrived at this facility, it was literally a barn in here. We'd seized from the Protectorate a modest use agricultural landholding, run-down old farmhouse and barn, a few harvesters, a seed silo that leaked when it rained. Whoever thought such a meager farmstead could be transformed virtually overnight into the most innovative research center on the entire island. Let me tell you, I did, because I believed in you. You did, because of your deep trust in our shared vision. That's how together we make audacious advances. So, this next batch of samples could be interesting. They are taken from a nearby spire with a distinct red color. Its color comes from a species of red plant indigenous to that area. It releases many of these red spores, which color the surrounding landscape. There's nothing else like it on the Paradise Island. I have them laid out for our initial examinations, which I'll commence after lunch. In the meantime, I'm submitting all the raw data from our analysis so far to memorialize it, per standard practice. I must say, what I've seen so far is both curious and rather intriguing. As you are all aware, our important work here at the lab is being hindered by a handful of incompetent, quarrelsome, wholly irredeemable personnel who've become a liability on our quarterly reports. Normally, I would transfer such resource-draining employees to frontline combat, yet that is not an option with hostilities at a standstill. Rather than further demote these sluggards and sycophants to even less industrious positions, I appealed to their base natures by inviting them each to participate in a promotion accelerating program. Ostensibly, a series of outdoor skill-building exercises located at spires around the island, promise of molding these select staff members into VP material. In reality, PEP's 5 hazardous wilderness exercises leverage participant ineptitude to achieve maximum mortality. I'm confident PEP will offload our most irksome personnel. As an insurance policy, the final activity is set on the northern tip of the northern island, an area infested with corporate Raptidon assets turned feral. Your cooperation in concealing this ruse is much appreciated and also mandatory. Nope.
Looks like a fight.
Okay, that was a little embarrassing. It's barred shut, because of course it is.
Investigating.
Nothing makes me more livid than having to wander aimlessly around.
Sorry, bro. Thing's not going away. I'm gonna go down here.
Whatever went wrong here, I wager it's got to do with that red substance. Might be best we look, don't touch.
Nothing makes me more livid than having to wander aimlessly around.
Closing in.
Where the fuck did she go?
Investigating.
Your position is hereby deemed
Huh.
redundant.
Hey, man.
Nothing makes me more livid than having to wander aimlessly around.
Investigating. Yeah. Closing in. Investigating.
Time to settle accounts. Nothing makes me more livid. Where were we?
Wow.
Target's too far.
Clear there, Ledger.
Wow. That's a lot of damage. Oh god. Me runs away. Jesus. I actually did like 0 damage.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Back in business.
Look alive, Commander. Commander, you're bleeding.
Consider yourself.
Ow. Oh god.
help, but help?
He's so strong. Miles, what the hell, man? You were supposed to go get her.
Back in business. Ain't nothing there. Hide and seek, my least favorite pastime. Let's circle back around on this. All that work down the drain. Yeah.
Yep. We'll just deal with this like so.
Possibly be more aggravating? Closing in. Let's circle back around on this. Hide and seek, my least favorite pastime. Back to square one, then. Heard.
Whew. Okay. I don't even get anything for killing her. Look, you're new here and desire to prove yourself. I understand the impulse. I'm simply saying don't be so quick to seek Ormsby's attention. Bright new hopefuls in this facility have a habit of receiving dangerous assignments or drawing undue blame. Avoid attracting conspicuous notice. Wear a disguise, if possible. Anyhow, I analyzed the data from the field team at Red Spire. Seems like the reason for the Raptidon's aggressiveness up there has to do with what they've been consuming, specifically a unique reaction between the red spores combined with their preservative-rich diet. Not sure if that stems from the Raptidon chow we used to feed them, or devouring a bunch of our colleagues. Guess artificial additives aren't 110% beneficial after all, huh? Don't tell Auntie. Had kind of a weird interchange with Ormsby today. After our morning assembly, he made a remark about how he once accidentally ordered a sample sent for testing into the Pharmacon 5 walk-in industrial microwave. Like, instead of the spectrometer it was meant. Oh, it literally blew up in someone's face, but then a rival's signature somehow replaced his on the work order. It's not a mistake, he said, if someone else takes the blame. I don't know, guess he is the boss. Instead of worrying, I should probably be taking notes. But if any of these dangerous substances we're working with somehow get loose, then I know who'll be to blame. Anyway, I informed them about the field team's findings and our conclusions about the Rap's aggressiveness. Seemed real excited about it, actually, like he just heard news about a promotion. Been weirdly lingering around the macrowave ever since. You're actually the fourth lab tech he's told that story to. Might make you wonder how someone so incompetent can be so skilled at covering their tracks. But if you can't be one, you need to be the other around here. The key to dealing with Ormsby is realizing that he's a complete fraud. That title? Totally of his own devising. That's not unheard of. It's likely standard operating procedure among management, actually. For now, we're stuck with him, so just nod and smile until his inevitable replacement arrives. And yeah, earn what you can in the meantime. Okay. Okay.
I've counted at
What's up,
least
dog?
6 horrendous death screams since you arrived. You must be affected as well. You there? Oh, you're likely affected too, aren't you? Scream twice for yes. Could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being, unhindered by bloodlust, unshackled from their basal ganglia. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into service to aid me in our present crisis. I, Elmet Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor.
You want me as your new assistant. Employees here don't seem to survive that long.
Yes. Tragedy has befallen a number of my subordinates. I will trust you not to make light of such heart-rending events. But back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me, as an aide-de-camp of sorts, on a brief yet no doubt exhilarating assignment.
How exactly did you end up trapped in there?
Whole thing was ghastly. One of my assistants and I heard a loud noise. He left to investigate while I continued working on our experiment. When he failed to return, I peeked outside and saw the others run in, bloody, gibbering, hunting for targets. They'd clearly been exposed to some virulent new form of experimental agent. I ran back and locked myself in this test chamber to avoid contamination.
What's the purpose of your research?
Our lab's focus is the utilization of local flora and fauna in development of commercial products and proprietary methods. A local spore sample interacted with a wonderfully preservative-rich diet of Auntie's Choice personnel, inadvertently leading to a chance reaction causing profound irritability. To a somewhat homicidal degree, it would seem to appear. By that measure, our work here could be considered a moderate success.
How would we go about formulating a cure?
Well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis method, don't you think?
I had no idea.
Oh dear. It's occurred to me this might benefit to some extent from medical training. Are you perhaps someone well-versed with pharmacological matters?
I lack much of a medical background.
Apologies. I do tend to assume everyone has a doctorate. No matter, if you are capable of following simple instructions, I'm sure I can guide you through it. Tremendous. Well then, before we roll up our sleeves and determine what's needed, any questions?
What do I need to do?
We'll need 2 things. Fresh samples of the red spores and the findings from the expedition that originally uncovered them. After that, An antidote should be possible in relatively short order, with your skilled assistance, of course.
The old samples aren't good enough. I could probably scrape up some of the goo.
Fresh spores will be key in the formulation of an antidote, as will the particulars and analysis from the expedition. Spore samples may be taken from a red plant indigenous to an area of tall rock formations northwest of here, ingeniously referred to as the Red Spire. The research team's findings are on a terminal in another building on these same grounds, a satellite lab to this one, if you will.
I'll be off then.
Once we have an antidote firmly in hand, we can save my remaining colleagues, so best not murder them all in the meantime.
Will?
Pretty convenient that he only managed to save himself from the spores. Still, we ought to fix this before it spirals more out of control.
Yeah. I might end there. Gone for about 3 hours or so. Do have to work today, so I'm not super thrilled about that, but that's okay. But yeah, it's kind of cool. What is that? Oh, that's the other town. I see. Cool. Yeah. We'll stop here. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow night around the same time. And yeah, we'll be doing more of this and having fun playing this. Honestly, a pretty good time. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming in. Appreciate it. And hey, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. See ya. Ta-ta.